Thank you, Slapjack, our student band from the university. Hello everyone. I'd like to invite up our current student, Alexa Elborn, to provide an acknowledgement of country.
Good morning or afternoon, everyone. My name's Alexa, and before I begin, I would like to acknowledge my teachers, Tammy Small and Terry Lee Darcy, and I'd like to thank them for giving me the knowledge and permission to say this in language for you today. So, Kaya Yandi Nyadoa Alexa Elborn, Kuaika Nyadoa Warimai, Duma Nyadoa Bangai Awabekala Baraidangai, Duma Nyadawa Awabikalumba Ani Barai Nyarakal Yalawa Yalawan Yalawanan Duma Nyadawa Aboriginal Yandin Andin Bangai Nunda Kumba Kumba. Hello everyone, my name is Alexa Elborn. I am a proud Worimi woman. I acknowledge that today we are all on Awabakal land. I would like to acknowledge our ancestors and elders, past, present and future. I would also like to acknowledge the other Aboriginal people who are also here today. Thank you. And before I go, I'd also like to sing the anthem in language for you. Sing along in the English part if you want to. Palakalu kai marung ban binen puang manyerang ko parai jin marung nei ako kuyong kira korowatin parai karing wiki kawal kunyenya rakoba yakawataka nyola win ban bin Mariang Australia marai pizza lo iti ban bin yen Mariang Australia marai Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains and let us sing, advance Australia fair. Thanks everyone.
Thanks, Alexa. So hi everyone, welcome to today's commencement event here at Park of the Hill on our lovely Callaghan campus. My name is Tristan Oswald. I'll be emceeing this event. So allow me to tell you about myself really briefly. I'm a fourth year student studying mechanical and mechatronics engineering here at the University of Newcastle. I love electronics, robotics, and I'm definitely a nerd in the truest sense of the word. Don't worry, I won't bore you to death with all those details. I enjoy maintaining a balanced lifestyle, keeping the weights of studying, working, having fun, volunteering and sleeping all in check. It's a constant process. I also get involved here when I'm not working inside the education sphere in the student social clubs and society scene. So being an engineer and someone who enjoys talking to people, I decided last year to start the UON Mechatronics Society in 2020. So what a great year to start a society where we can all be in close contact with each other and meet new people. So this year, hopefully, everything goes well and we'll be able to do a lot more activities for the students as part of that. I also am team leader of the new rocketry engineering team, which we started last year. It's one of 4 teams who are present here today, just outside to your right. New rocketry aims to research to continue researching potential solutions for our competition rocket, which will compete at the AURC, the Australian Universities Rocketry Competition, in 2021. But we also like to engage with students in our region, inspiring students to become engineers when they grow up and join, or if they continue to do tertiary education at Newcastle Uni. So please do and go speak to those other teams. I'd love to have a chat with you and tell you what they're all about. But that's enough from me. I'd like to invite up the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zielinski, AO. So if you could please put your hands together.
Thank you, Tristan. That was great to hear a little bit about you and how you contribute to life on the campus, and great to see such leadership. And thanks for doing the MC job. But I think that Alexa, actually, with her acknowledgement of country and her beautiful singing, has actually stolen the show today. I think that's she did it so well. But I got to say that I should acknowledge that as Vice Chancellor at the University of Newcastle, I think it's very important that we always do an acknowledgement of country. And some of you new students may not previously have heard the acknowledgement of country, and it's just a way to show respect for traditional owners and also to recognise the continuing connection of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people to country. So I will also acknowledge the traditional custodians of land which we meet upon today, and that's the Pamalong Clan of the Awabakal people, and I acknowledge their elders past and present. So, let's get started. This is called a commencement address. This is something I do every year to welcome people and our students and staff back to the campus, and new students for the first time who are joining us. So, let me tell you, first up, you've made a great choice at studying at the University of Newcastle. We're very pleased to have you here. Whatever your background or circumstances or reason for studying 2021, I welcome you to a university that has a reputation for an outstanding student experience. We're truly a university for all people, and equity sits at the centre of everything we do. Our pathways and enabling programs are available to support entry into every degree. Some of you have come directly from high school, others have come through our various pathway programs. I hope you embrace the opportunities to advance yourselves and celebrate your journey with us. We celebrate those who are studying with us as first-in-families students. Your journey is particularly important to me, as I took this path as the first person in my own family to attend university. So I like to think that when you start at university, it's almost like a start here, go anywhere in your life experience. You start at university, you pick up skills, and you go on. I don't think when I went to university, I thought I'd be working here at the University of Newcastle as Vice-Chancellor. Never thought of that. I just wanted to have a job as an engineer, but it led me to many other things. So, as I said, it's a pathway to success. And the University of Newcastle is proud of our leadership in education and advancement of all students, particularly Indigenous students, researchers, and our communities. This is not just words for us. Actions overarch our plans and priorities. So many of you might know about the Wallatuka Institute, which is a beacon of Indigenous student excellence with a strong history of academic and research achievement. I'd like you all to engage with the Wallatuka Institute, whether you're Indigenous or non-Indigenous. There's something to learn about Indigenous culture, and they make everyone welcome up there at the Wallatuka. So have a look what they've got to offer and participate when you can. In all areas, our institution places values at the centre of what we do. Now, I've mentioned our value of equity. That means a fair go for everybody. But we also embrace excellence, sustainability, and engagements. These values are simple, but they're also very important cornerstones for all of us. These values will underpin the experiences you can expect from your time here at our university. You can be expected to be part of an excellent academic study and research program in a world-class teaching and learning facilities, taught by some of Australia's finest academics, and I think they're not just Australia's finest, but some of the finest in the world. Our university is ranked in the top 200 universities in the world. Here you can seize every opportunity to participate in community, both on and off campus. We want you to come away from your studies with a rich sense of community and connection to our university. ready to change the world for better, transforming lives and community through your experiences and the results of your study. This is because the University of Newcastle is an engaged university that serves our communities. We build connections with local industry, to technology, to innovation, and to partnerships with those ventures we create with our community. I want you to belong to this ecosystem. Our commitment to community is not limited to engagement or service. Although these are important, we as a university seek to make an impact for the world. Front and centre to this are our sustainability targets. We work under the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals and carry these themes through our work where we can make a difference. You'll notice our campus runs off 100% renewable energy sources. We manage our building and capital works program using sustainable construction and waste management practices. We're on track to achieving carbon neutrality by 2025, which is what the rest of the country should be doing, and so should the rest of the planet. And we're making significant inroads into research and development of low emission technologies such as clean hydrogen. To learn about this, I encourage you to take part in our Looking Ahead lecture, which will be held later this month. In fact, on the 23rd of March, the former Chief Scientist of Australia, Alan Finkel, will be visiting Newcastle and will be talking about opportunities for low emissions technologies. So these Looking Ahead lectures are open to not just to staff, but all students, anyone in the university, including the public. So come along and hear about what the future can hold for all of us by embracing a low emissions future. So, your time at university is more than being inside a classroom. Please feel free to make use of all the events and facilities that are available for you that are here. Tristan talked about our clubs and societies. Join one of them. Join a public lecture or a social event here at the Bar on the Hill. They're all designed for you. And also feel free to bring the wider community, that means your friends and family, onto our campuses. They're all very welcome here to enjoy everything that we have to offer. Our focus is to provide spaces and amenities that enhance your university experience. I hope our campuses continue to be vibrant places which inspire your creativity and, importantly, conversations amongst yourselves and a place that you can form community. Newcastle's iconic Bar on the Hill is right behind us and will continue to provide leading events for your social calendar. Of course, we have to do everything in a COVID-19 safe way, but as things move on, we hope to have more and more events there. We also have new venues at Arimba, Gundabarang and Yarranarang venues, as well as here at Callaghan, we have the Local Connections dining rooms at the Shortland building. These are all places you can take family and friends to relax, to have a meal or a drink. I'm pleased to confirm that the university's Aquatic Centre will soon complete a major $7.5 million refurbishment and will be ready mid-year for opening. It will offer Olympic standard swimming facilities, the best in the Hunter, and will be a wonderful amenity for just not for you, but also the community. We also want to hear your thoughts on what our campuses should offer. COVID-19 impacted us in unprecedented ways, and on campus, our retailers felt it the hardest, and this also includes our clubs and societies. So we're now investing in prioritising projects that awaken and enrich our campuses post-COVID, be it helping our retailers rebuild their businesses or encouraging new businesses to set up, as well as encouraging students to get involved in clubs and societies, or even start a new club or society, as Tristan did. And I encourage you to familiarise with yourself with what is possible here and contribute to discussions about what we need to have on our campus going forward. One of the things we are doing now annually is a student feedback surveys on the University of Newcastle. It's always have acronyms, SFUN, so I think it's Student Feedback University of Newcastle, that's the acronym. It's a lot of fun, yes. And it's the best mechanism to tell us what you think, so we can keep an eye out on what we need to do going forward. So, and the idea is we won't survey you every couple of years, but to survey you once a year, so you can tell us, well, I told you to do this last year and you heard us and we acted on it, or we missed something important. So the feedback we get, we'll share, and then we'll act on it, and then report back on what we've done. So your support for this is very important. So look out for that survey. It will be coming out in the next month. And as I said, please get involved in activities here on the campus, whether it's supporting our new businesses or entering into the new places that we've created. And like always, we appreciate your feedback. So our commitment to excellence means that we seek to offer an outstanding student experience. This means participating in learning that expands beyond the classroom and into the workplace. Our institution prides itself on our strong and established industry partnerships that facilitate work-integrate learning for you. Our Life Ready Graduates Initiative, as part of our strategic plan, is about to make sure that our students have the best possible student experience and are prepared for a great career once they've graduated. We pride ourselves on teaching and preparing you to be life ready through work-integrated learning opportunities to work with community, and also to be healthy in body and mind. And we've designed programs and designing programs that will be embedded into your degrees to give you advantage the moment you graduate. It's also about giving our students the skills and knowledge, as I said, to be healthy and well in body and mind, but absolutely be good members of our local community. So I really do encourage you to get in there and make the most of these connections through your learning as part of these programs. And I don't like to stress here that I don't limit your thinking to just our undergraduate programs. Even if you're starting in first year, keep imagining about what's possible. Take up opportunities with your academic teachers and researchers that they can offer in areas of your interest. A lot of our staff are very interested in knowing what you're passionate about and would like to engage you in their work. And be inspired to advance your degrees through specialised graduate programs of research. So each year, the university hosts a grand challenge which draws on collaboration between teaching, research and entrepreneurship to work on global issues locally here on our campuses and our communities. So our students, our researchers and our community come together on a common goal with a mindset of innovation. Our first grand challenge has been trying to tackle a big issue here. Some of you may have noticed, mosquitoes. And this is a challenge in a bushland environment, but also it's life-altering impacts for people around the globe. We know that mosquitoes are vectors of disease and a major killer in developing nations. So we believe if we can solve the problem at Callaghan, we're basically solving a problem around the world. So that challenge will continue this year, as well as we'll be looking to launch some other challenges. So we had some great student winners of the challenge last year who designed a range of clothing that integrated mosquito repelling agents. But we'll keep pushing to find a solution for this year's challenge as well, and I encourage you to get involved. At Newcastle, you can be part of a solution to global issues. So, as I said, please think about contributing. But also about excellence, there are real rewards for students who work hard and strive to succeed in their studies. Last year, we launched our Academic Excellence Scholarships, and we awarded the top students in each faculty and college a $10,000 scholarship to support them to progress their degrees. So we're about to, in the next week, to announce the winners for this year. There's 52 of them, and they'll be sharing their stories in our student communication as throughout the year. These students, I hope, will inspire and encourage you all to work hard next year. So if you work hard in 2021, there's a good chance you could get a $10,000 scholarship next year. And we're here to encourage you to do that. So you have to be continuing into the next year. So it's really for people who are finishing first year, second year, or third year if you're going into fourth year. But as I said, 52 scholarships, and they're open to everyone, domestic and international students. So I encourage you all to think about how you can seize these opportunities during your time at the University of Newcastle. As I said, it's open to all. So the University of Newcastle is one of the few universities in Australia that have been able to welcome commencing students back to campus and to schedule face-to-face lessons. We're seeking to restore our learning environment as much as possible under COVID normal conditions. Orientation Week 2021 has been a chance to get together, meet and connect with each other. The university should be a place where we build friendships, networks and memories. So I'm so glad that many of you are on campus to start and continue these things. Face-to-face teaching is a hugely important. You should also feel assured if you need to access your material digitally, our academics are here to support you. Our digital experience, Wi-Fi facilities and coffee are the best available in Australia, I think. And they all come together, I think. And so at times the COVID restrictions that remain in place might mean that we cannot always offer full courses in face-to-face delivery mode. But nevertheless, I'd like to hear from you directly if this impacts on your studies. We will see what can we do to achieve flexibility, safety, and the best learning experiences for you as we navigate the current phase of COVID. This time has been particularly challenging for our offshore international students. So many of you know who haven't been able to come. They've been enrolled and have been studying online from afar. So we hope that they will be able to welcome them back to our campuses once our borders open. So we look really forward to welcoming you, the international students. This is being recorded and I'm sending a message to them that we're welcoming them as well. And we hope to see you soon. And keep studying hard. So, into conclusion, it's a great time to be part of the University of Newcastle. Cities outside metropolitan areas are enjoying a wonderful transformation. I know if you noticed here in the Hunter, we've got lots of visitors from other parts of Australia, certainly from Sydney. And Newcastle and the Central Coast are becoming regional cities of immense opportunity and enterprise, I think just matching our beautiful natural environments and enviable lifestyles. That's not surprising. When we look around the world, some of the best universities are located outside capital cities. So it's no different here in the Hunter. When you go back to your studies or activities after listening to my talk today, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on what brought you here to the university. Imagine your future after graduation and think about the things that will make your dreams come true. Seize those opportunities. Be comfortable that you're joining an institution which places students at the centre of everything we do. Thank you and good luck with your studies this year. And I'm going to hand back to Tristan, who's going to introduce our student speaker, who's going to be very inspiring and telling about her journey. Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. I'd really quickly just like to comment. Alex was talking about opportunities, and I'd like to speak to the first year students. If you are yet to talk to any clubs, societies, or yet to explore the campus properly, please do so. The clubs and societies would love to have a chat with you about what they do, what events they hold, how you can get involved, build those leadership skills that aren't just important, here at uni, but out for your career as well. And yeah, Alex was talking about the forum. Check out the forum. There's awesome facilities down there. They're getting redone as well. But yeah, just really try and get involved and make the most of your time here while you're at university, because once you leave, the chances are that you probably won't come back. But we do want you to come back. We want you to do postgrad. But that's enough, thank you. I'd just like to introduce Georgia. Now, Georgia Young is a shining example of a student who really gets involved. Since commencing with Open Foundation in 2017, Georgia has participated in Open Days and orientations with the PASS programs, Myron Molly Scholarship Program, leadership workshops and student clubs. Georgia is a current student ambassador, and she also led the university's Central Coast participation in the Global Climate Strike in 2019. So please welcome up Georgia.
I just looked at this mic and I was thinking, I'm going to have to rearrange that. So I'm Georgia. I'm a social work student. I'm based on the Central Coast campus. My pronouns are she, her, and I would also like to acknowledge and pay my respects to and thank the traditional custodians of this land for caring for this country for thousands and thousands of years. I started Open Foundation as a student in 2017. I found it daunting, anxiety-provoking, exciting, overwhelming. I felt like a tiny fish in the world's biggest pond. My road to the University of Newcastle was fairly rocky, and sometimes it still is. Being a uni student is tricky for so many reasons, and all of our roads here are different. I'm here to talk a little bit about my experience as a student and highlight that there is so much at uni that you can get involved with. I highly recommend it. I said my road to uni was rocky. Being a uni student can be challenging and a rockety time in itself, but it also can be really fun, rewarding, build your experience, friendships, and just who you are. A really good thing about uni is that it doesn't just have to be about your degree. I've taken every possible opportunity to be involved in what uni has to offer, in amongst work, personal responsibilities, and all else, and I'm honestly so glad that I have. In the last 4 years that UON has been my stomping ground, I've discovered that imposter syndrome is a thing, and somehow also realised that amazing people are also just people. I can bet that our lecturers, university staff, and all else have weird quirks like the rest of us. I have plenty. And they all have likely had a meltdown over an assessment, and one of them probably made up the definition of procrastination. Remember that we're all just people. Talk to your lecturers, talk to staff, talk to each other. During my time here, I have accessed learning support, which has been a total lifesaver. I've made use of the university's support services when things have been tough, and before they actually got tough. I went in early because I knew things would be tough and tricky throughout. I made friends through the Model United Nations Society. There's so many clubs here, and Tristan and Alex have mentioned them a lot, that you can get involved with. Have a look at them if you haven't already. I volunteered. There are so many opportunities in volunteering in UON. I've been involved in as much PASS as possible, as it was mentioned before. PASS stands for Peer Assisted Study Sessions. They are 1 hour voluntary study sessions. You'll hear that they are the equivalent of 3 hours study. When I first heard about them, I was like, how is that the case? But then I went to them at every opportunity and throughout my first year, and I get it. I genuinely don't think I would have made it through first year if I didn't go to them. I'm also lucky enough to have paid roles with the uni. One of those is being a student ambassador. Student ambassadors support outreach activities to local schools and schools throughout most of New South Wales. Student ambassadors help to build aspiration in young people, show pathways to uni, help to make career decisions, among other things. It's also enabled making friends and developing my own skills. Finally, I'm lucky enough to be a Myra Morley Scholar. The Myra Morley Scholarship Program is a values-based program that seeks to inspire, educate, cultivate the next generation of globally aware and socially conscious Australian leaders. Now, that makes sound like a fluffy sentence, but it really does do just that. It's the university's flagship program, and there is up to $75,000 of financial assistance available, and is completely life-changing. My absolute favourite thing about Myra Morley is that it's grounded in values. I'm so passionate about Myra Morley, it's obvious. The program has completely and utterly changed my life and my outlook. Now, I've just said a lot, and I didn't even tell you all that I've been involved with, but there are 2 things that I want you to take away. Firstly, be kind to yourself and seek support early and often. It's a big transition uni life, especially after the year that just was. The University of Newcastle offers a range of supports to help. I've accessed supports throughout my time here, and it really did help me through some of the challenges and enabled me to continue with my degree. Secondly, there is no way that I'd be stood here at all if it weren't for the opportunities I've decided to take where possible. Uni is full of things to do, people to meet, experiences to have if you go and get involved. There will be something for you. Do it, go and get involved. If you already have, go and do it some more. Thank you.
Thanks, Georgia. Well, that finishes our event for today, everyone. I would like to thank you all for attending, and I'd like to point your attention over to the different stalls we have available to your right. So we do have a free barbecue and lunch, and free gelato as well. So go and get some of that. The barbecue has been hosted by a student club, the Musos Club. So again, we've got the club and societies involved today. We do have more live music performances by the student band Slapjack. We do have the new teams, engineering teams over there as well, which I touched on earlier as well, and you'll see us wearing these shirts, the black shirts. Please come and chat to us because we do want to talk to you. We're really proud of the work that we've done. We also have the university's new place marker photo wall. So that is the shiny spectacle over there to your right. You can go up to that, you can swipe your student card or staff card, and it'll light up and it'll change colours. So that was created by an architecture student. So please go check that out as well. But thank you very much. Go and explore what we've got to offer you today. Cheers.